And we have breaking news involving the fight over Virginia's state budget. It's going back to lawmakers. 10 on your side's Andy Fox is in Richmond and joins us now live with an update. Andy, what are you learning?
Well, here's the bottom line, is that the budget right now has basically blown up. Now, I was in the General Assembly in the House of Delegates, and the Minority Leader, Todd Gilbert, gave the first hint that something was going on, that there needs to be more conciliation. He's a Republican with Democrats. Now, I'm going to show you video of a protest that we covered. That protest dealt with folks who are supporting the skill games. The governor has put himself in a tough position because what he has done is he's put in amendments that have basically killed the skill games, and that was part of what people were upset about. On the House floor, Gilbert said that the Democrats were obviously upset with the budget and all of the amendments, the record number of that, and that they needed to regroup and they needed to continue discussing it. Now, we covered that protest, as you said, and they were upset with Governor Youngkin, who was seen as very pro-business, but they're saying he was very anti-business because the amendments that the governor put in would basically shut down the skill games. The General Assembly must now reconvene. I don't know how this is going to end today, but they are going to have to come back at a later date. And when we were speaking with Speaker of the House in our exclusive interview with Don Scott, he alluded to the fact that the governor could actually veto the budget. But that won't be necessary because they're basically withdrawing the budget for now, and they're going to come back at a later date, probably next month, and they are going to have to sit down again, Republicans and Democrats, and come up with a budget that is going to pass, because remember, the Democrats control the House and the Senate, and so they need to get something going that is going to allow Democrats to feel like they have the partnership in this, because they're the ones who control the House and the Senate. And so details on that still being worked out. I had a whole report set up for you, and we just basically killed that because that is now all moot. We have to go back inside and find out exactly how this will end up playing out. But for now, the budget is going to be sent back to committee, as I understand it. They will come back at a later date to come back and discuss the details of the budget and make it agreeable to more of the people so that the budget could get through a House and a Senate that's basically controlled by Democrats. That's the latest from Richmond. A lot going on. I'll have more for you coming up later. In Richmond, Andy Fox, 10 on your side.